All right, so for our sushi rolls, I have here 1 cup of cooked rice, just finished, came off the heat. What I'm gonna do is dump it out onto a baking sheet. I'm gonna spread it out, just using my hands, nice and thin. And move it over to the table. And then once it's spread out as thinly as you can get it, I'm going to take some rice vinegar and just sprinkle it all over the sushi. This is seasoned rice vinegar, so it's got a little salt, it's got a little sugar in it. And while that cools down, it's going to absorb the vinegar, so it's going to give that nice little bite that you get with sushi, which is basically, you want the rice to be slightly vinegared. All right, so for a little sushi demonstration, I've got a sheet of nori, which is seaweed. I'm gonna put it the shiny side out, or shiny side down, as it sits there for my first one. I've got some julienne of carrot, julienne of cucumber. I've got some surimi, which is the fake crab, and I've got some avocado, which I have cut. I cut a mango a couple weeks ago, and then I'm gonna scoop out with a spoon to get some nice slices of avocado. That'll go in my simple California roll. My rice has cooked. It has been sprinkled with rice vinegar, and it is now nice and cool. So that's gonna sit on the side. Actually, I will pull some. What I'm gonna do, I need to get my hand wet so that the rice doesn't stick to it. And in the same way I did the spring rolls last week, I don't want this to be too thick. I want this to kind of lay out nice and evenly, not all the way to the edges. At least the vertical edges. You can go as close to the side edges as you can get. Yeah, I'm excited to see how this works. I'm going to do one regular and then one inside out, where the rice is on the outside. A little bit more rice there. There we go. And I've also got my little sushi mat. My little sushi mat, I'll show you after I do this, is very cute. So what I'm gonna do while I'm rolling this, wash off my hands, take a little bit of my cucumber, and the same way we did the spring rolls, these are all very similar techniques. I'm going to not over stuff this. A little bit of avocado, a little bit of cucumber for some crunch and some cold, and then I've got my little pieces of surimi. I can actually cut that a little shorter. Boom, there we go. There we go. So then when I start to roll over, actually I'm gonna pull this down a little bit more this way, not exactly in the middle. When I start to roll over, I'm going to use my sushi roller and make sure everything is nice and tight and tucked under. In the same way last week I did kind of a roll and then I pulled back because you want it to be nice and tight. And I pull this up, let it roll over, and pull it back nice and tight. Pull it up, roll it over. For the last kind of roll, I'm gonna want to put a little bit of water on the nori. Yeah, you're getting that. And then I'm gonna roll it over, squeeze it nice and tight, and then completely roll it up, and then roll it out. And there we go. So then I've got my ends. I'm gonna get a sharper knife for this. Actually, that might be the better one that I have. Again, not just kind of forcing down because I don't want to rip anything. I'm gonna cut out the ends where it's not even. And then I'm gonna try to cut it into 6 even pieces, so kind of go for the middle. 1, go. And we have got a little, that piece fell out, California roll. There we go. That is a regularly rolled California roll. Let me get it set up for the other one, and I will do an inside-out California roll. All right then, for my inside-out California roll, I'm going to start the exact same way. Pile on some rice, sprinkle it around, spread it out. This rice is cold. It's nice and vinegary from the acidity. With this one, try to get more close to the edge. Boom, boom, boom. I think that's become my saying of the semester. I never literally said that before until I started making these videos. That's sort of my equivalent to bam. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get at getting it nice and a perfectly even square. For now, I'm not really worried about perfection, just worried about getting you to do it. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of my black sesame seeds, I'm gonna sprinkle them all over the outside for a little garnish. I didn't do any on the other one because you wouldn't really see them since the rice is on the inside. And then this time, very delicately, I'm going to lift this up and flip it over. And then, take my carrots. Sebastian is having a ball walking around picking up the little pieces of dropped up food. My avocado. And then my surimi. And again, kind of pull it back so it's not right on the edge. And in the same way, I roll it up, kind of squeeze it in to keep it nice and tight, then roll it up a little bit more, and squeeze it in to keep it nice and tight, and then keep rolling and squeezing. The tighter you get it, the more it's going to hold together, and it comes with practice. So if these do not come out perfectly, please do not worry about it. There we go. Now I have cut off the ends. I have a nice inside out California roll. I think I'm just gonna cut this one into 4 pieces. My rice is still a little bit too sticky. But there we go. Lovely. California roll, inside, oh, I didn't cut that one. Inside out California roll, inside out California roll. Keep the rice off your fingers. And now we have a plate, 2 inside out, 2 regular maki. You could vary the insides, put whatever you want in there. If you want to chop up some tuna and put in some spicy mayonnaise or some salmon skin or pickled vegetables. But that's the technique. It's the same technique as rolling the spring rolls. You're just doing it with rice, which makes it a little bit trickier, but delicious. So I hope you enjoy that this weekend, and